All right, so now we're going to go over lesson 16 assignment. Again, I'm going to skip the top because that's just definitions and examples. And we're going to go down to number 1. So number 1 says, use a regression line created on our class data relating overall height to knee height to calculate the residual for a student who has an overall height of blank and an overall height of blank. Show your work, interpret in context. So, I think we were just supposed to pick one. So I picked a student who has an overall height of 182 centimeters. And I think this is supposed to be a knee height. And a knee height of 43 centimeters. So that was just one data point in our collection. So I just picked that one and we're going to use that one. So we're going to use our regression line. We already found the regression line in lesson 15. So now we're going to use that same line for lesson 16. So it was 68.34312 plus our slope of 0.16527x. So since we are talking about a knee height of 43 centimeters, our x is going to be 43. So let me rewrite this. And then our x is 43. So this is going to give us a value of 161.44973 centimeters. So now we need to take our predicted height and our actual height. So take the actual height minus the predicted height and see what the residual is. So we're going to do the actual height of 182 centimeters minus our predicted height, which is 161.44973 centimeters. And that is going to give us 20.55027 centimeters. So what this means is, I'm going to write a sentence, a student, hold on, let me make some space. A student with a knee height of 43 centimeters and an overall height of 182 centimeters is 20.55027 centimeters above what was predicted. And it's above because this is positive. If it was negative, then it would be below. But since it's positive, it is above. Now we need to make the residual plot. So we're going to need our calculator for this. So we'll go to our calculator. So again, I already have the data in the calculator. So this is the knee height and the overall height. But now we want the residual plot. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to second y equal. Okay, make sure that is on. The plot is on. Okay, so then we're going to go back to stat edit and we're going to make the list 3. That's where we're going to put all the residuals. So to do that, you do second stat and then we're just going to choose 7. So you can either scroll all the way down or you can just press 7. And then, so that's going to give us the list of the residuals. Wait, hold on. Let me try it again. So go up to list 3, to where list 3 is highlighted. Second stat, 7 for residuals, and then enter. So this is going to list all the residuals. Some are negative, some are positive. So now we're going to go second y equals and make sure the plot is on. And then we're going to keep our x list for list 1, but our y list, we're going to change that to list 3 because that's the residuals. So to do that, you're going to press second and then you're going to press 3. So that should change to list 3. And now we do zoom 9, and this is going to give us the residual plot. So this is what you're going to copy down on your paper. I'm not going to copy down the whole thing. So to figure out what these values are, you just press trace and then just keep clicking and it'll give you all of the residuals. So when x is 41, y is 0.88088725. So just 0, you can just do 0.9. So let me go back to the, so when x is 8, when x is 8, y equals 0.9. So that would be, so like you could start here at 8 and then go like count by ones if you want. It's up to you. Wait, let me see what they did. Let's see, calculator. So then the next one would be, oh no, what's the one after that? 42. So no, they're not counting by ones. So start with trace. Why did I say 8? When x is 8. When x is 41. Not 8. When x is 41. I'm sorry, y'all. So they are counted by ones, because first they did 41, then they did 42. So when x is 41, I don't know where I got 8 from. Okay, 0.8. X is 41. Y is 0.9. So if you count like by ones here, then 0.9 would just be right before 1. So like right here. And then 42, 43, so on and so forth. Again, I'm not going to do the whole thing. So number 3 says based on the residual plot, is a linear model appropriate for out data? It's supposed to say our data. So let's take a look at the residual plot. It looks pretty random to me, so I would say yes. So on our sheet, we're going to say the residual plot, I don't like the way that looks, shows a random scattering of residuals with, with no leftover curvature. I cannot spell. So a linear model is appropriate for this data. And that is it for lesson 15 and 16. So if there's any questions that y'all have, I'll answer them tomorrow. And then you will have your group quiz on Friday. Oh, one more thing before I end this video. Don't forget to label your graph. So this is overall. No. This is knee height. Oh my goodness, I cannot spell knee height. And then these are the residuals. Yeah. All right. So again, I will go over any questions y'all have tomorrow, and then Friday is your group quiz.